Hello guys, my name is Hoodbrook and I welcome you back to my channel. So guys, we are still on our Photoshop tutorials, and today basically we are going to learn something about Photoshop. That's 3 tools in Photoshop. So today the 3 tools you are going to learn in Photoshop is the spot healing brush tool, the healing brush tool, and the patch tool. So what do these 3 things do? Basically we use these 3 things to erase spots in images and backgrounds, kind of spots you don't want to see, maybe change a different spot to a different location. You use these tools are used in doing those kind of stuff. So today basically I'm going to show you the difference between those 3 things. That's the spot healing brush tool, the healing brush tool, and the patch tool. So to begin, I'm going to grab my spot healing tool first. But before I begin, what we are going to do is we are going to erase this spots on the face of this lady, all the spots on the face. You're going to try them with these 3 tools and see the difference and how you could use them in your works. So to begin, I'm going to choose the spot healing. If you're using the CS6 version, the spot healing brush and the patch tool could be found in your tools here, but since I'm using my CC19 or CC18, or if you're using the CC version, you have to go through the other tools. To see the other tools, you could see these 3 dots below your tools. Just right click on it, then it's going to open your other tools that can be found on your toolbox. Then just select your spot healing brush tool. Sure. So when I select my spot healing brush tool, I'm not having my spot healing brush tool. So what I'm going to do is make sure I make it a little bit bigger using my bracket keys as illustrated on the screen here. So what I'm going to do is try and just click on the spot, and boom. So what happened is when I click on the spot, Photoshop automatically use the environment of that spot, like the color around that spot, to replace that spot. So if I keep on clicking, it keeps on replacing, it keeps on replacing, it keeps on replacing. So this is a very simple way to remove spots. Sometimes might not work on kind of a big spots and all this kind. So this is what the spot healing brush tool does. So we move on to our healing brush tool. So we are going to go back to our settings again, right click, then this time we choose our healing brush tool. Sure. So if you could see the brush is kind of similar to our spot healing brush tool, but the difference is with my spot healing brush tool, I have to click on my spot, then it automatically erases or replaces the spot. But with this healing brush tool, what I'm supposed to do is I have to make sure I select a part of the face which I want to replace with the spot. So if you could see the spot around the spot, we are having this color, the color on the cheeks surrounding that part. So that means if I want to replace the spot with that color, first I have to hold my Alt, then click on the color spot to spot a color just closer to my spot, then click, then release your Alt, then try and bring it where your pimple or your spot is, then just click, then it automatically replaces. So this is the difference between the spot healing brush tool and the healing brush tool. With the spot healing brush tool, I just click on my spot, but with the healing brush tool, I have to make sure I pick the area I want to replace with my spot. So finally we are going to move on to our patch tool. So before I go, let me just try a different way. Just click, replace, hold my Alt, select this color, replace, hold my Alt, select this color, replace. Sure. So the last thing you're going to do is deal with our patch tool. What is the difference between the spot healing tool, the healing brush tool, and the patch tool? So let me select my patch tool again, right click, then this time my patch tool. So if you could see how the patch tool work, is kind of similar to the healing brush tool a bit, but in the way you are using a different technique. You have to, with what the healing brush tool does is we are supposed to select a color we want to replace with our spot, then we go. But this time with our patch tool, you are supposed to select the area you want to change, then you go replace it with a different place. So what you're going to do is hold on your mouse as you are using your pencil tool, like you are drawing, and just click and hold, then draw around the spot with your patch tool, then release. So with this patch tool, instead of going to pick a color and replacing, after I'm done drawing my shape and having the selection around my shape, click within the shape, the selected area, click and hold, then drag around your face till you get a better color. If you could see, I'm just going to drag it around the eyebrow, and you could see it's filling that area. So what you're supposed to do is try and drag it just around the dot so you don't get this different color replacing, then release. Then use my shortcut key Ctrl+D to deselect. So if you could see what is happening, I've been able to replace the spot with a color, and it looks so perfect because I used the color just around the spot. So the same way, let's do it at the other spots. So I'm just going to draw, click and hold, draw around, then drag, release, click and hold, draw around, drag, release, Ctrl+D to deselect. So guys, this is just what the healing brush tool, the spot healing brush tool, and the patch tool does. So if you could just try using these things to take off spots. So again, to go over again, what the spot healing brush does is you just have to click on the spot, then it automatically erases. What the healing brush does is I have to pick my color first and replace with my spot, and what the patch tool does is draw around my spot, then just replace with a surface which matches my spot or my area around the spot. Thank you. So guys, this is what I have for you today, and until we meet again, it's bye bye.